Welcome back to our channel. So a casting is more like an interview for models. The only difference would be that at a casting you'll find 2 models to 200 models competing for the same job. When you walk into a casting, normally there's a panel of judges. It could be 1, it could be 5, depending on the production and whatever it is that they have put together. When you walk in, and depending on the type of casting that you've gone for, if it's a ramp casting, you usually have to just place your zip card in the front and walk. That's basically it. So walk to the back of the room, stand, pose, and then walk to the front and walk back. They might say do it again. In most cases in castings, especially ramp castings, they don't ask you much. And especially if they've got 200 girls waiting outside, they don't make any chit chat. The only thing they say to you is probably, thank you, next. In most cases, that's what happens. If you're looking at a editorial casting or an ad casting, it might be different. They might make you fill in a form, stick a number on your shirt, write the same number on the form that you've been given. That one is more on a different scale. You don't even have to wear your heels. You get into character. They might tell you that the character that you're going to play today would be a mother. So you go to the casting dressed more or less similar to the character that you'll be, so that you look more of the character. You need to make sure that you're at least 15 to 20 minutes early so that you do not get stuck in long queues for the entire day. In most cases, they'll tell you that a casting is from, for example, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Make sure that you at least, if you're not going to be 15 to 20 minutes early, be 30 minutes or 40 minutes to the time that the casting started, even though it's 3 hours or so. I remember at some point I was caught up somewhere and I told myself that, okay, because the casting ends at 3 o'clock, I'm going to finish off what I'm doing, and by 2:30 I'll leave where I am. In 10 minutes I'll get to the casting and I'll be able to cast. I'll still be within the time. But when I got there, it was clean, and I asked, what happened to the casting? And they're like, no, the casting was there, but the casting finished at 1 o'clock because there weren't a lot of models who attended. So it's very important to try and keep to the time that you're given and not wait till the last hour to come to go for a casting. When you go to a casting, it's very, very important to be confident, to be yourself, to try by all means to walk in and make an impression. Do not be arrogant. Do not show funny moods or attitudes or go around like you're better than everyone. Just be yourself and be comfortable and relax. As much as nerves will kick in, especially when you walk in and there's tons of guys and girls looking the part, that always just brings in a heavy load of nerves. But go there knowing what is it that you're there for. Go there with the confidence that you left the house with, saying, I look good, this is my best, this is the best that I can bring out. When you go to a casting, it's best to wear clothes that fit you properly. Clothes that showcase the way you look, your size, and so forth. And make sure that the clothes that you wear are not in too many layers or too many colors, that they can't really figure out what you look like or what your size is or what your shape is, more importantly. So please make sure that you wear clothes that are fitted. For girls, nice fitted black jeans, blue jeans, tank top, short skirt, short dress, something that's fitted, something that showcases your legs, maybe your arms, your figure. That basically works. For guys, it's also usually tank tops, V-necks, long sleeve, fitted long sleeves, dark pants that are fitted, like slim fit type of jeans or pants. And it's also nice to wear a suit if possible. If you've got a suit, you can also cast in a suit. Wear nice formal shoes, because they might ask you to walk if it's a ramp casting. But the best thing that you can wear to a casting is your confidence. Make sure that you wear subtle makeup, not something that's shocking or something that's going to really transform your face into somebody else. Also with your hair, try and be more natural or more to trying to show your facial features. and your shoulder lines and so forth. So go for something that's going to basically let the client see exactly what you look like. The best thing you can wear to a casting is your confidence. Even when you're doing a particular character and you're dressing, for example, like a mother, or you're dressing like a grandmother, or you're dressing like a sports person, make sure that whatever it is that you wear, your character is still there. The way you look, and you need to get to a point where you're used to castings and they don't bother you as much. You just bring your A game and you have fun, because the industry that you're about to embark on will require you to be on hundreds of castings. You might have 10 castings a day, you might have 1 casting a week, depending on what the season is. So you must make sure that you get some sort of rhythm when it comes to your castings, that you bring out your A game, your confidence is on point, and you look on point, and there's nothing in your way. You will not be good enough for every casting that you do. That's impossible. I doubt any model has gotten every casting that they've gone to. You might go to 10 castings a week and not even get 1. That's normal. You might go to 1 casting a week and get that 1 casting. That's also normal. So depending on what you bring on the table is what's going to get you your job. Your confidence is important. To be professional, it's important. To bring out your character and have fun is very important. If it's a ramp casting that you're going to, you have to make sure that you bring a pair of heels, because they want to see how you would be on the actual ramp. Some cases they carry a camera with them to make sure that they capture the moment. Some cases they don't. But you have to make sure that you've got your A game. If you've got makeup, subtle makeup, you've got your heels on, and kill the ramp. Why do you want to become a model? What do you see? What do you think a normal day is as a model? Would you be able to take the pressure that comes with maybe casting every day, shooting every day, keeping to a particular size? Would you be able to keep to a particular size that you're requested to keep? So depending on what the casting is for, the questions would relate to what the casting is for. If you're maybe casting to be a brand ambassador, they might ask you questions about that brand. They might want to know why you want to represent that particular brand. They might want to know what is it that's new that you can bring into the brand that might make people even be more interested in the brand because you are representing it. So it's very important rather, to find out a lot more about the casting that you're going to, so that you're well equipped. Depending on whether it's a casting where you'll have to say something, or a casting where you won't. In most cases, people are afraid to say something. You know, some of the castings that you're going to go to, they might take the measurements at the casting again, because some clients want the correct measurement of a model. They do not want any surprises, because some zip cards are taken a long time ago and the model might have gained weight or lost weight. I remember I was one of the judges at the Durban Fashion Fair, and they wanted, I think it was a size 92 hips, and we had to measure the girls as they come through that they're size 92 hips. It was so sad to see girls, to have to turn girls back because they're a 93 or a 94, because it's pretty much close. I remember there were girls though that were 93 that we brought in because they had promised that by the time we do the follow-up casting, they would have lost that 1 centimeter. So when the time came, some of them were able to lose that centimeter, some weren't, so we had to drop them. So it's very important to make sure that the measurements on your card are correct at all times. Even if you go to an agency before your casting, especially if you know or you feel like you've changed weight, whether you've gained or lost weight, it doesn't matter. Just to make sure that your measurements are on point and what you're bringing on the table is on point. There's nothing as embarrassing as getting to a job or getting to a casting and your measurements are saying you're this particular measurement. Maybe you're probably smaller, and they're trying on a pants that is supposed to be fitting you and it doesn't, and they are like, but your card says you're a size 30 and these pants are a size 30. you know, like read between the lines, you have either gained or, you know, so it's very important to make sure that you just do those checks. Just do those checks before you go for a casting. Make sure that the measurements are correct, because even sometimes you might say these pants are size 30, but they are different size 30. So, hey, be polite. Be at least 15 to 20 minutes early, and please leave your entourage at home. When you're attending a ramp casting, whereby you're required to walk, it's very important to make sure that you bring the best pair of heels. By the best pair of heels, I don't mean your blingiest, I mean your most comfortable heel, a heel that will allow you to walk and showcase the way you would walk on a normal ramp. Do not compare yourself to other models, because that's going to drop your confidence. So ensure that be on your own lane, remember why you're there.